it's kind of spawned from the beginning of the day, I would say, until now, where the teams that hasn't been showing up too much have been performing better than yesterday. So let's see if that storyline continues towards a great ending, as we see this fight path in Purgatory right from the northwestern side towards the southeastern side. So we are going to pass by this lone island with Marble Works Golf Course and Mount Villa, as well as Quarry. And speaking about Quarry, there are two teams who have already made their way down there. It's going to be Baby Argon and Bloody Head. And we also talked about how Bloody Head, we want to see them kind of climb back up because they have yet to show that result. But this is going to be the first step. Can they survive? Baby Argon, one of the front runners of this league so far.
With Bloody Heads taking on the first frontal battle against Baby Argon. Blank definitely has got his scar on the way and really want to put down some lead and riddle the enemies in bullets. But unfortunately, ZJ is going to be the first one to get knocked down, and so will Blank, and so will Mark! Three of them completely knocked down in a short moment of time. Pogs is going to be the last man remaining, and speaking of his name, Pogs, complete poggers as they immediately get destroyed and deleted by Baby Argon. This is not the same Bloody Heads that I have seen in the past. Bloody Heads hasn't been that aggressive back then.
Yeah, but I think, in that situation, they had no way out. The only way for them to survive was to fight Baby Argon. Unfortunate start. Oh man, that really feels bad if you are one of the Bloody Hit players. You come in with such a good repertoire. You have a decent portfolio. Not able to show up yesterday. Today was supposed to be your chance. That was supposed to be a statement, but they were not able to kind of stick the landing. So they would just have to sit out this round and hope for the best in that final round after this in Bermuda. So Baby Argon 4 points early on. They didn't lose a single member, so a huge victory overall. But awesome. Just now they did see Steady Squad in front of them, but they were not able to kind of be within reach. So Steady Squad dodging a bullet, able to get the safety at least for now. Baby Argon secures the entire quarry, so they should be safe for the next 1 or 2 minutes.
I'm rather surprised how age-centric this game is. There's so many teams that decided to parachute over to the edges of the map, and one of them is gonna be Awesome. The other one is gonna be SS, and they are just inside of Ski Lodge, getting themselves out of there. SS decided to go to the top side, while Awesome went down to the bottom side. We are expecting to see Freedom Rumbles inside of campsite, Legends Rumble on the other side of the campsite, and of course, just in Lumber Mill, we are also going to be looking at FSK. And it does seem like the movement of FSK is going to be going past the bridge and maybe getting closer and closer to Legends Rumble. And that may be the second gunfight that we are about to see soon.
Yeah, and it's going to be pretty scary as well, because you are probably fighting at a choke point. You have that bridge, so Fastkill and White, if they get caught out while crossing the bridge, they will have to brute force their way through. But Legend Rumble, it might be ambush. You can see New pops right out, and that dual wheel vector just way too strong. That's a freebie for Fastkill MY. Now Legend Rumble being very much alerted to Fastkill MY's presence. They'll try to hightail out of there. It seems like Taken doesn't even have the intention to retaliate. They would just give up that unfortunate teammate of theirs, as Fastkill MY also decides to not continue the chase. I like this discipline, and if you are in Legends Rumble's shoe right now, you have to quickly find a place to bunker down, because Fastkill MY, they're not the only teams nearby. In fact, I believe there was also Freedom Rumble in the vicinity, but Fastkill MY Stain was able to take out Taken from afar. That's the second one, and that's gonna force the rest of Legend Rumble to turn back and keep their friends alive. And that means Fastkill MY have completely and utterly baited Legend Rumble into a fight that they cannot win. Fastkill MY, they're not pushing forward for the kill.
This is an aggressive take from the side of Vasco MY. They're continuing to just run down the horizons. They're not checking into the trailer that they really needed to, as one member sneaked into the trailer and Cyber makes his way out of it and running far, far away. And Cyber is very likely going to be that specific bait. It does seem like he managed to receive quite a bit of flack from the side of Fastkill MY, and Cyber just gonna be staying inside of this small little tree. It is going to do something for him, but as a matter of fact, all of the members coming in from Legends Rumble is just too spread apart, and it is going to be tough. But voila, it does seem like the invisible guardian angel is here, coming in the form of Freedom Rumble. As they take the point of the higher vantage point here for the ridge, they are firing down the muzzle of the guns, completely bringing down FSK. With Stain and Bat being incapacitated, Yoon is the last member remaining, stuck in between of Legends Rumble and Freedom Rumble.
And this is what happens when you don't check your corners. You can see Taken, he's very much alive. He might run into Drag though, and that would be unfortunate. Cyber down out in the open. He's pretty much gonna bleed to death. Unfortunately, no one else from Legend Rumble will be able to save him. But it seems like Freedom Rumble also has no idea that Taken is right behind them. This might be one of the sneakiest plays that we've seen in a long time, as Drag was able to net himself a kill at the expense of I believe Fastkill MY, as Freedom Rumble continues to rack up those kill points for themselves. They have 3 so far, so they are the biggest winners between this conflict of Legend Rumble and Fastkill MY.
Unfortunately, it does seem like Legends Rumble understood the kind of situation that they are at. Even if he does have the flank position, he is in no position to push right in, solely because of the handicap that he's receiving. He doesn't have enough manpower. He doesn't have enough firepower, in fact. So he decided to hightail himself out of there, and instead of playing for kills, he decides to play for positions. And in the meantime, since we have the view of the map, let us take a look at this. The first circle is going to be popped right at the northern side of the circle, comprising of Brasilia, Marble Works, Field, Crossroads, as well as Mode House. A little bit of Crossroads and a little bit of Mode House, to be fair. But you get the idea. Since the flight path was very center heavy, and of course a lot of the players decided to go to the edge, we can pretty much expect that the choke zone is literally going to be in the center point, and that may be the fields of Brasilia.
And VPH Velocity, Junel just constantly taking pot shots from afar, and is not going to be able to secure any kills because his victims from the side of Watch and Learn are running into the hands of AV Ligers. So it's going to be Jaboiwa who start things off by eliminating Clan X. That is going to be really painful if you're on the side of Watch and Learn, because they're not completely caught in the open. Awesome also chips in as well. Venom falling prey to that. Red Panda is going to take out Raymel and V2, as VPH Velocity now exposed to the likes of AV Ligers. Jogan will have to kind of rush forward, as VPH Velocity, they also make the aggressive maneuver to directly challenge AV Ligers head on. So this is going to be an unavoidable conflict. AV Ligers, they will have to fight this stuff, and Jaboiwa will be able to take out Red Panda. V2 trades back, but at the end of the day, AV Ligers will be the one that wins this out. VPH Velocity, they bomb out.
Unfortunately, very, very unfortunate over here. AV Ligers, they have only lost a single member in the form of AV Shogun. And they managed to get themselves 5 kills to their name, and there is nothing more that they can ask for this. And in fact, if they want more, they can run uphill to try to get a kill onto the 2 other members from the side of Awesome. Because Awesome, well, I'm pretty sure that AV Ligers, they know that there are members of Awesome at the other side, but they just do not want to run uphill for that specific battle, because, well, you don't know what you'll be expecting. Especially since you are inside of the circle already, you are safe. So might as well just hunker down and just take a look at whoever's coming in from the outer regions of the circle, because it does seem like we do have SS that's just going to be wrapping around towards the northern side, slowly heading towards the tracks of where AV Ligas is. And perhaps even Baby Argons could make their way to AV Ligas.
And you can see now Freedom Rumble and Legend Rumble, they are now caught outside of the safe zone. So they have to kind of leave the southern side of Brasilia and make their way upwards. Unfortunately, if you're Freedom Rumble, you are definitely going to run into Divinity. So this is an unavoidable fight. Legend Rumble will have the easier way out, but they only have, I believe, 2 more members left. So it's kind of a number disadvantage going into the later stages of this circle. Steady Squad and AB Lagers have bunkered down, at least for now. And I believe there's one individual squad at the western bridge connecting the mainland towards the quarry island. So I think it was do easy. So if you want to hold down on that position near the coastline, you have to make sure that you do not lose control of the area, and you have to make sure that there is a way for you to get onto mainland if the circle closes towards that area a bit more. But it will be a stalemate, at least for now. You can see Do Easy, they have the harbor, and they make sure that Jimbo is on the other side of the island, away from the mainland, just to provide a bit of cover fire. And Watch and Learn will be caught in the middle of it all.
Indeed. I mean, I believe that Jumbo does play a very important role. Most likely is based on the crossfiring position. Any teams that tries to overrun the current harbor that they are at, then that is where Jumbo just jumps right in, or rather not jump right in, just shoot away right at where the main body of Duizi is. It is going to be pretty darn good. But the chances of the final circle being leaned towards Duizi is gonna be relatively low. I just, just something about this circle that just don't make me think that Duizi is gonna have a good time. In fact, the circle very likely will head towards the somewhere in the southern area of Brasilia. But in the meantime, very interesting is that Watch and Learn has decided to shoot out the UAV. It doesn't want people to know their location solely because they are all the way out in the open. But doesn't that also mean that the loud blaring sound of... Oh! Speaking of loud blaring sound, the grenade launcher is pretty loud and blaring. Axel is now being knocked down, and Steady Squad Shots is now making his way over to Axel to try to pick him up. But the question is that really the best idea? Because Jaboywa can actually go all out to go for the fight and go for the shots, but SS Lemon throws in the frag grenade, get a really nice knockdown onto Jaboywa. But unfortunately, AV Ligers, they are still able to pick up their darn friend, and it is still going to be a 3-man strong team from AV Ligers.
Yep, and with that being said, AV Ligers able to camp in this attic at least for now. So as long as they are not exposed to any other teams or no squad have intel on their whereabouts, they should be safe temporarily with 5 kills in the back. Steady Squad taking cover in the same compound as they were under fire, and the AV Ligers, they're just playing slow. Just have to wait for Steady Squad to make a mistake, because this is the perfect trap for AV Ligers to pounce onto Steady Squad. They just have to catch wind of where Steady Squad is, and shots might just be in the line of sight pretty soon. Freedom Rumble gatekeeping the bridge, and they are going to take the fight against Divinity as AV Ligers now. They've finally decided to pull the trigger onto Steady Squad. XL gets down. AV Ligers secure 2 more points for themselves, a quad kill in fact. So AV Ligers hold on to this side for a bit longer as Lemon is now running away, but he's out in the open with not much to protect him other than glue walls and a couple of haystacks. So AV Ligers, they're going in for the chase, but AV Ligers also be really careful though, but because of third party. However, they're still able to finish off Steady Squad in the end. Jaboywa gets knocked down and finished off by Awesome, and Tess would be the final survivor trying to survive this third party from Awesome.
Is he able to run into the new circle though? I think that's a yes, actually. I'm pretty sure that he do have the luxury to run back into the circle. In the meantime, Legends Rumble has now been eliminated at number 8, and there are just so many teams left available right about now. But it does seem like Do Easy that is just going to be right by the harbor. They did manage to see Watch and Learn, and Awesome also managed to see AV Ligers. And so, unfortunately for AV Ligers, despite their high kill rate, they are knocked down at number 7. We still have 6 teams left. 6 teams left within the 4th circle. Relatively crazy. And of course, we do have 2 teams that are across the waters. So it's gonna be crazy. Wait, hold on a second. Is most of the island mass in the western island?
Is it?
Or is it the main island?
Wait, I think that's the main island, right? Because last we saw Do Easy, they were on the western island. So I would like to believe that
Oh
this
no!
is the main island.
The main is the southern island. Is the western island.
Oh wait, it
The
really
main
is.
circle is in the western island.
So they're separated by the waters. This is gonna be pretty interesting as well, because Divinity, now they are caught out in the open by Do Easy. Maybe them holding onto the harbor is starting to pay off. Divinity now right out with only a rock to protect them. That is not going to be any of any help. Do Easy will probably be able to take them out as the blue zone is closing in. Look at all the stragglers trying to run away. Shura gets down. So now you have this 3 teams, as Fast and NY gets taken out. They have to fight at beside the coastline against Divinity, the Baby Argon, and Do Easy. So the Grey's not really in a great spot, unfortunately. And even though he has the building to protect him, Baby Argon from the high ground will be able to keep them at bay. And Do Easy goes out right now, it will go in Baby Argon's favor. Divinity only has, I believe, 2 more members left alive. Level 3 vest as well for Manflang. This is a godsend for Baby Argon. So they have to make full use of this.
Manflank does have a machine gun on him. He also have got himself the grenade launcher. So anything and everything could happen. I am just waiting for the time where Do Easy pushes up this ridge. But now we are talking. The circle closes. One of the members coming from Baby Argon has now been knocked down. And the man carrying down onto that grenade launcher has been eliminated. And thus, it does seem like Do Easy may have the advantage of holding on to the grenade launcher. I don't know how that's gonna be. But in the meantime, let's take a look at this. We do have Bricks. He's just gonna be pushing right into the face of Baby Argon. They removed the main competitor in the form of Baby Argon. Divinity hides behind the rocks. They return fire. He managed to bring one down. They're trying to go for the next one. We got a flash. Divinity eliminated. The rest of Do Easy just rushes right in like a double-decker bus, just destroying them right in their faces, just exploding them for no